It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
They go play action with Eason. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
And 1 at the Vikings' 5-yard line.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kyle Rudolph.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Throwing is Cousins. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Eason. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
There's not much to perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
McCann's got it teed up. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Cousins sliding out of the pocket, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
44-yard line.
First and 10, Eason. Campbell making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 4.
At the 13-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Cousins going to try and run with it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Eason.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith.
And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here's Eason off the play fake. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Second down, here's Eason. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And 5.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, defense, let's get out the field, defense. Hey, keep it going, get in there and get what you want, G. Get in there and get what you want, boy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. That's out to the left and complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run with Hines. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Tucker McCann for the
solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First down.
Cousins on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Now Cousins. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 99, check 99.
To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
He's checking quick. Hey, no, easy, easy. 52. Check.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go. That's 22. Mike 22. It's a party now. Mike 21st. 22's coming. Mike. I'm going back to you.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 34. Bailey's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the 2nd half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now an option play on 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
On first down, Jacob Eason. He's to the 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And down to the 7-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Colts 28, Vikings 3. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action now. Cousins gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Listen to me.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of up.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Colts 35, Vikings 3. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Throwing, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Cousins pass.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 40-yard line.
They still alive. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Because I was a blessed with no one will fail. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Eason on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
47. Check, check, 47. Hey, pick your game up.
Now Eason. He's got his tight end, Burton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's good.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. Lucky 48. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Cousins to throw it. That is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. No, no, no. Off. Watch the eye. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, kill. 36.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Madison, the Vikings.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Check the route here. Quick whip. Watch the whip. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Yeah. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's at the 50. The 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
First and 10, Eason. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming. Mike, 55. Check 55. 19 White.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
complete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
The Vikings first down.
Here we go. Sponge.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On play action, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
25, check 25, check 25. Check 3. Switch. He's checking.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
49-yard line.
Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That is caught at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Cousins pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.